Today's video, we are going to do lesson 3-2B and 3-2C. 3-2B, we're going to solve two-step equations. 3-2C, we're going to write two-step equations. Solve and write two-step equations. Let's review. 2x equals 10. X minus 5 equals 8. These guys were called one-step equations because we sing the stupid song one time. Divide by 2, cross out what's my answer. I only sang the song once. Add 5, cross out what's my answer. I only sang the song once. But in today's, we have two-step equations, which means we're going to sing the song 2 times. We're going to go through these steps 2 times, not 1 time per question. Remember our old friend PEMDAS? Well, that's going to be important in today's lesson too. P stood for parentheses. E meant exponents. M was multiply, D was divide, whichever one came first, multiply or divide. Add and then subtract, whichever comes first, add or subtract. When we're solving equations, we're going to go backwards of PEMDAS. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, which means our first step is to add or subtract. When we're doing the actual problem, P is our first step, and we work our way down. But solving equations, we're going backwards. We're undoing PEMDAS. We're undoing order of operations. So we start down here and add or subtract first, multiply or divide second, so on and so forth. And we can't forget our 3 steps for solving equations. We have to ask ourselves, what do I want to get rid of? What's the opposite? And make sure I do it to both sides. So let's look at this equation. I have a 2, I have a positive 10, and those are on the same side as x. I want x all by itself. So question 1, what do I want to get rid of? I want to get rid of the 2 and the 10. Which one do I get rid of first? I go backwards of PEMDAS. So to get rid of the 2, I would multiply or divide. Well, I'd divide. To get rid of the 10, I would subtract. Subtract, divide. Which step is first? Subtract. So I want to sing the stupid song the first time. minus 10, cross out what's my answer. Now I need to rewrite it. So this was my first time through the song. I sang the song first. Now I need to rewrite what's left. So I have a 2x and I have a negative 12. Sing the song again. Divide by 2, cross out what's my answer. So this is the second song. That's why it's a 2-step equation. So let's go back and recap. I want to get rid of the 2 and the 10. I have to get rid of the 10 first because it comes last in PEMDAS, which means it comes first. That kind of sounds like a Bible verse. The first shall be last and the last shall be first in the kingdom of heaven. So now my last shall be first. My add or subtract comes first. So I subtract 10, I get a negative 12. Rewrite what was left. So I had 2x. I didn't have this anymore. It's gone. So I had 2x, that was right here. I had an equal sign, and now I have a negative 12. Sing the song again. Divide by 2, cross out what's my answer. 1 negative, 1 positive makes a negative, negative 6. That took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of notebook paper. 6 lines of notebook paper. All right, let's look at this purple question. First step, what do I want to get rid of? Well, x is attached to a negative 3 and a plus 8. So I want to get rid of these 2 numbers, but I have to start at the bottom of PEMDAS. So that means I'm going to have to get rid of the 8 first because we're subtracting. Then I'll get rid of the negative 3 because that's a multiply. Add or subtract first, multiply or divide second. Sing the add or subtract song first, the multiply or divide song second. So first time through the song, minus 8, cross out what's my answer. rewrite times by -3 times by -3, cross out what's my answer. Two negatives make a positive, and I got +9. That took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of notebook paper. Unless you want it to take more is always better. If you want to space things out, feel free to space things out. That takes 6 lines of work. We sing the song twice. So here was my first time through the song. Here was my second time through the song. And my final answer. Always add or subtract before you multiply or divide. All right, let's try this one. You tell me, think in your head, say it out loud. What do I want to get rid of? I want to get rid of 2/3, and I want to get rid of this -8. Which one do I do first? I'm going to get rid of this one first. So, sing the stupid song. Add 8. Cross out what's my answer. Rewrite the question. Now, I'm not sure if you would think of this, so I'm going to tell you. Here's what I would do. I now want the 2/3 to go away. Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. But I'm going to tell you how I do it. I put a multiply sign, and I put a 3 up here and a 2 down here. That way the 3's can cross out and the 2's can cross out. That's just how I do it. It's how I've always done it. That's my best method. And whatever I do to one side, I have to come over here and do to the other side. So I multiply this side by 3/2. Remember, this is what I did. Times by 3/2 times by 3/2. I know it's not quite as catchy, but times by 3/2. Okay, now 2 can cross out into a 1. 12 can cross out into a 6. Multiplied in my numerators, and I get 18. I'm going to show you the other way. Here's how some students will think of it. I have 2/3 x equals 12. 2/3 is smushed next to the x. So some students are going to say, okay, Miss Mayer, that's fine. I want to divide. Divide by 2/3. Divide by 2/3. Divide by 2/3. Divide by 2/3. Cross out. What's my answer? Great. How do I do this? Don't I keep, switch, and flip? And that's exactly what I did anyway, so I just did it right from the start. I said, okay, I know that they're smushed, and normally I would divide, but I'm going to multiply so that the numbers are diagonal. Come over here, multiply by the same thing. It's the same as dividing by 2/3. See? Divide by 2/3. I'm going to flip that second guy anyway. I just feel like this is less likely to make any mistakes. I don't know why. If we get the same answer, because look, we're going to cross that out and make it a 1, make that a 6, make it an 18. Nothing changes. It took a little more work to do this. Mine didn't take quite as much work, so hey, it's up to you. All right, let's try taking some words, a whole bunch of words, and making a math problem out of them. 15 equals 3 more than 6 times a number. Okay, well, I heard equals, so I think I'm going to start there. There's my equals. So that means the stuff over here is on one side of the equal sign, and the rest of it is on the other side. So I'm going to put my 15 right here. 3 more than, I'm going to put that stuff over here. 3 more than does not look like this. If it was like that, it would say 3 plus. 3 more than is when I put the 3 in the back. 3 more than 6 times a number means I smush them together. And there we go. We could actually, now that we've translated it, we could solve it if the book asked us to. I don't know if they do. Let's try this next one. The difference between 12 and twice a number is 18. Well, is my equal sign So I know 18 is going to be on that side of my equal sign. Difference, that word meant subtract. So I know I'm going to have a subtraction sign. I'm the difference between 12 and. Since 12 is right here, it's actually going to be up front. 12 and twice a number. Well, if I twice anything, I'm multiplying by 2. All right, let's try this real world problem. You and your friend's lunch cost $19. Your lunch cost 3 more than your friend's. How much was your friend's lunch? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of words here. I feel like 19 is a good place to start. 19 is the equals number. It's the total, right? You and your friend's lunch cost $19. So I'm going to start there. And I'm just going to write this a couple of ways. I'm going to say me plus friend. My lunch and my friend's lunch, right? 2 people are eating, and it's $19. But my lunch, I have some extra information. My lunch is 3 more than my friend's. So I'm going to replace this with 3 more than my friend. So now I've got me, which is this amount, plus my friend. So if I were going to do this with make it look a little more math, I might say F plus 3 plus another F is 19. And it's okay to add these F's and say that there were 2 people. Even though it says friends, it stands for friends. It's not really friends, it's just we had the word friend twice, so we're going to have 2 F's. So I have 2 F's plus a 3 equals 19. Hey, that looks like what we have been doing. So I need to sing the song twice and figure out F. And if I figure out F, F stands for friend, that's what they're asking me. How much was your friend's lunch? So minus 3, cross out what's my answer, rewrite the question, divide by 2, cross out what's my answer, and my friend is $8. Remember, if my friend is 8 and I am 3 more than my friend, does that equal 19? 8 plus 11, yes it does. Just double checking. Me plus my friend, but I am my friend plus 3. All right, here's your Google Classroom questions. If I have this equation, 4x plus 1 is equal to 15, question 1, type in what number do I get rid of first? What number am I going to get rid of first? Hint, hint, it's either 4 or 1. 4 or 1. Why did you say that number and not the other number? So if you're going to pick 4, tell me why you get rid of 4 first. If you're going to pick 1, tell me why you're getting rid of the 1 first. What's the reason that has to be the number that you get rid of first? And question 3, what number do you get rid of second? So what number do you get rid of first? What number do you get rid of second? And this question is related back to here. Why are you picking that as your first choice? Good luck.